You can listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right. So a few minutes. Let that ambulance go by.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone can hear. All right. The smaller the audience, the greater the joy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
Avi,
what-
where have you been? Where have you been these last 2 weeks?
You know where I've been.
But maybe they don't.
Oh, I was in Cluj, Romania, for a Yiddish winter program, studying Yiddish literature from the Soviet Union, among 60 to 70 other Yiddishists, as they say, or Yiddishniks. Oh, welcome, young and old, near and far, short and tall, binary and non-binary. That's awkward, but funny. Welcome, everyone, to the February 2026 I Want You Should.
2022.
Has anything interesting Yiddish happened to anyone else? Anyone learning any interesting Yiddish or taking any Yiddish classes? Anyone still doing Duolingo on their phone?
No.
Not in Yiddish. Not in Yiddish. Yeah.
Anyone learning Hebrew?
Judas. I'm trying to learn Hebrew, but a lot of words look alike to me.
The eternal struggle.
I got the pattern. I got the sentence structure and all that. But
you're one more ahead than I am. All right. Anyways, how can a Jewish language be a foreign language to Jewish people? So welcome, everyone. We have one more coming in here. All right. Why not? So, for a change of pace, something new to do, something to keep in mind is to dedicate our learning. Before we begin, you're welcome to dedicate your learning to someone in their name or in their memory of which you want your learning to merit to them. You can say their name out loud to yourself. You can put it in the chat box. And today I learn in the memory of my grandparents, Samuel, Lillian, and Michael and Dora. So if you want to add a little to your learning today, highly recommended, but optional. All right. So to set this time apart from the rest of the evening or afternoon, kind of in the middle here. It's light out at 5 o'clock, thankfully. We like to say a little blessing before we learn a piece of Torah. You can respond however you traditionally do, including not at all. What's it to me? Gläubt bist du, Rabbeinu shel Olam, unser Gott, der König von der Welt, was hat uns geheiligt, mit seiner Mitzvahs, typo, und befeuillen sich zu lernen die Rede von Torah. All right, Yefe, Umein, and welcome to Yiddish land. Population 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, about a minion's worth of us here. All right. So, what looks good today? I have prepared for us a menu of activities. Some are interactive, some are listening, some are reading. Everything today will be in Jewish letters, in transliteration, and in English. So would anyone just want to call out a number 1 to 8? I guess we already did 1. What looks interesting?
Okay, now say it.
Number 2.
All right, number 2 looks interesting. All right. 2 for shits. 2 for shits. So, let's talk about mazel, the good and the bad kind. So, while mazel does mean luck, the luck that it's referring to, or where it's getting at, refers to the constellations, or the signs of the zodiac, or the planets. Think of, like, sometimes we say in English, well, the stars didn't line up for me. Planets weren't in my alignment or favor. We talk like this sometimes in English. This is the sort of the luck or the fortune that we get in the word mazel. And there's 12 mazolis, 12 planets, 12 signs. So a little more about mazel, and maybe you've thought about the Jewish, perhaps, ambivalence towards luck or towards horoscopes and things like that. And the origin of this comes from, of course, the Talmud. And it says 3 words in Hebrew, Ein mazel leYisrael. No mazel, no luck to Israel. And this isn't so much to say that Jews don't have luck, or we have bad luck, or there's, poor us. Is that us as Jewish people, as Israel, we don't run on luck. Our fate, our future, our whatever doesn't so come from luck. It comes directly from God itself. So it's not to say we don't have any, but we're running on a different operating system, different consistent here. Questions so far? Commentary? So mazel, we usually know, thankfully we have mazel tov, good luck. And for better or worse, this word is sort of taken on a range of meaning of congratulations in Jewish English. But we kind of get the idea when someone says mazel tov, promotion, engagement, these types of things. Time for a mazel tov. So, asking everyone out here, what's the opposite of mazel tov? Or what's an opposite?
How about Schlemazel?
Okay. We're introducing the Schlemazel. So, just a sampling, the ruiner of all good times, the calamity, the misfortune, the loser. Ooh, look at me, I'm the Shemazel with the typo here. the fall guy, the idiot, the sap. Everything he touches turns to, we say the schlemazel is a loser, a person with bad luck. It could also be like the bad luck itself, like the bad luck personified, the thing that brings upon the misfortune. So you'll have to forgive this typo. I went to Brookfield High School. But we have the schlemazel. Would anyone like to give a read to an idiom that focuses on the schlemazel? A schlemazel.
They.
Geht der tanzen. So, schlemazel. When he goes dancing, zerreißen sich bei die Klezmorim die Strunes. It breaks the strings of from the musicians. The musicians' strings break. This is what happens to the schlemazel. Another good one with the schlemazel gives you an idea of this type of character. A schlemazel fällt auf den Rücken und zerklappt sich die Nose. That the schlemazel falls on his back, and hurts his nose, bangs his nose. So we kind of get an idea of this type, this archetype. And they say, who is the schlemazel? The schlemazel is the one that what? Gets the soup spilled on them by the schlemiel. If you need to have the map. And welcome, Fagel B. Provence. Welcome. Baruch haba. We were just talking about schlemazels. So in Jewish, we have this ending, this suffix, nik, which we get from the Slavic side of the family. Aleichem Sholem. And the nik can personify. And you can probably think of, in your head, a couple of these nik type of words. But what do you think? What is a schlemazelnik? What does this bring up to you? Or what do you picture or imagine?
I would say somebody who's always getting himself into situations.
Situations. Don't even need to say to situations. Yeah, you're on your way. So definitely something bad. We're all agreeing this is not who you want for a cousin or an uncle or something like that. But maybe every family's got one, unless you're the so a schlemazelnik. This is
completely excluded.
Someone who maybe it's been a while since they've bathed or brushed their teeth or taken care of themselves. In my own words, on their way to being a zhlub. Does anyone have this word in their Yiddish pocket? The word zhlub.
I used to hear it a lot back in the day.
And what does it mean? What does the slob? Okay. Someone with stains on the t-shirt and grease in the hair.
An unkempt person.
Exactly. Couldn't be bothered. Anyone have any other nick words? Any
Nudnik.
Yiddish words that end in that nick suffix?
Nudnik
Beatnik.
Nudnik. What's a nudnik? Translate for us.
is not a very smart person.
Okay.
Makes poor choices.
Makes poor choices. Very good. Very bad. Very bad. Nudnik. Any nudniks here?
Yeah, I thought it was a pest, Nudnik.
That's why we were called that.
All right. No nudniks here. Say that 5 times fast. All right. I've collected a couple good nick words here. And you can sort of put it on anything. Give it a Yiddish, give it anything a Yiddish sense. All right. Anyone want to give a read to this sort of Frankenstein word? A Lashon Haranik. What is Lashon Hara for us in the room?
Gossip.
Or what is Lashon? Starting even beginning. What is Lashon? Is your tongue.
Speech or language.
Your talk. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hara is the bad.
I learned that by listening to you months ago.
So, gossip, talking about people, rumoring. But when you personify it, then you get the person that just can't wait to tell you, so and so was, nude at Trader Joe's, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, can you believe whatever it was? Can't wait to tell you this type of stuff. All right. What or who is a leha kasnik? Sort of provocative. Leha kas, to the anger. We have that Hebrew root kas, to get mad. And this is someone that does things to provoke. They do things out of spite. They are a leha. They do things just to make you mad. Then we have an olam hazanik. Any Hebrew mavens in the room? What is olam hazah? Where is olam hazah?
This world.
This world. We are currently living right now. And then Nick, a real, how would you put this in English? You're a real this worlder. This is the type of person that just says, to hell with it, charge it, and deal with it later. Just, live large and worry about it later. So sometimes people think this is someone who's materialistic. Maybe someone's sort of like a big spender. They show off a little bit, but they're here for this world. They're not concerned with olam haba, the coming world, that world. A couple good more Nick words here. Oh wait, this is a pretty bad one, but it's a pretty interesting word all the same. A Schwarzmianik. And this is someone that participates in a pogrom, a member of a violent mob. You can get the idea from there. But what's sort of interesting about this word, it's made up of Schwarz, we get from the German side of the family, black. Then we get the verb mian, and me. Verb comes from Hebrew for work or effort, exerting yourself. And then we get this Slavic suffix nik, and we get a Yiddish word to describe, your average January 6th or that type of situation. Anyway, interesting word, fun to say, Schwarzmienik. Another crowd favorite, taking from the Spanish influence, the word mañana, meaning tomorrow, and we turn this into mañananik. And this is, when will you do the XYZ? And the answer is always, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next afternoon, I'll do it later. This type of person. Oh. And someone else has arrived. Let's let them in. Anyone else have any other good Nick words? Or can you just anyone want to just make one up? Just make one up.
A beatnik? A beatnik.
Beatnik, someone that just loves crazy for beats. Can't get enough of those beats. And welcome, Ida. Glad you were here with us. We were just talking about beatniks and other type of fun words that's ending nick. All right, where do we go from here? Oh, I just wanted to have a quick pause and ask if there's any questions. Now would be a good time to ask them, reminding us that in Jewish, we have 3 words that all mean question. We have your frages, your all-purpose questions. The next level up, we have kashas, which are more difficulties, issues. And you may know that word kasha from the fear kashas coming up for Passover, 4 questions. And last but not least, shilas, which I don't feel qualified to answer, as shilas are specific religious questions related to the morality or the legality of whatever you're doing. So, they're all questions, but in Jewish, they come in 3 flavors. Anyone have any? Or commentary or controversial? Otherwise, we will go back. Oh, and if you think kasha sounds familiar, kasha, what you eat for breakfast, the word comes from the Slavic side of the family. And kasha, what we just had about the questions, comes from the Aramaic side of the family. So, Yiddish, like English, has lots of great homonyms. So, we can go back to the menu and pick another activity. What looks good, everyone? Unless there's anything in the chat I'm missing. All right, let's just go down in order and let's talk about the truth. All right. I think we can handle the truth, right? So, how do we say truth in Jewish? Anyone
And
Emes.
have a pronunciation for truth in Jewish?
Emes.
There you go. Emes, emet. The first letter of the alphabet, the middle letter of the alphabet, and the last letter of the alphabet. Put them together, you get emes. Emes. So, I've collected for us some real chestnuts, some real pieces of wisdom, all centered around this word and this concept. So I've presented to them as dem emes sagt, the truth says. So I'll give a read. There's plenty for everyone, but let's try to interpret together using our collective. You can see what this is trying to tell us. A Ligner darf haben a guten Zikoren.
Something needs to
something
have
wants-
a
good something.
yeah.
That last word looks a little different than the others.
Like itself.
This is our Lashon Kodesh, a Hebrew word, memory.
Oh,
Oh, something needs to have a good memory.
And who or what is a Ligner?
Somebody
an actor? Or who else needs a good memory?
A liar ought to have a good memory.
Mm.
Usually one lie suddenly needs more lies to support the lie, and suddenly you have to remember what you said.
Right.
Good zikor.
Yeah, liar.
A liar needs to have a good memory. All right. This one rhymes. Who would like to? Would anyone like to give this one a spinach?
Ehrlich is schwerlich. Ehrlich is schwerlich.
Erlech meaning honesty, and schwer we know is hard or difficult. Oh, translating honesty is difficult. It's not always easy to do the right thing, but it's always right to do the honest thing. So, you find a wallet with $5,000, you really want to take it, but you give it back. Easier said than done. But there you go. Erlech is schwerlich. This one's pretty fun. Who would like this? Who or what is a nar?
A fool?
No? Anyone want to give a read? A nar, nart, a nar. A nar, nart, a nar. And this comes out to a fool fools a fool. A fool attempts to fool others, but wise people generally see through untruths. No. Say this 5 times fast, I ask you. A nar, nart, a nar. A fool fools a fool. Couple more. Would anyone like to try this one? Who? Der Spiegel sagt euch dem Emes. What is a Spiegel?
A mirror.
Yeah. Mirror. Der Spiegel sagt euch dem Emes.
Always tells the truth.
The mirror tells the truth. The mirror discloses the truth.
Okay.
So we can try to embellish, hide, blah, blah, blah. But we'll always find ourselves looking in the Spiegel. All right. This one translates rather well in English and Jewish. Gott hat lieb dem Emes. What's happening here? Gott hat lieb dem Emes.
Loves the
God
truth.
loves truth.
Yeah. God loves the truth. God likes the truth. But knowing that the truth comes from, it's prized by God themselves. Wow. That's what makes it always tell the truth. Vu emes, dort is hatzlacha. Vu emes, dort is hatzlacha. What is hatzlacha? We need some Hebrew mavens. Is success. So where there's truth, there is success. So we believe truth leads to success, and the opposite, deceit, or schwindeln, scamming, leads to failure. A few more about the truth. Who would like to read this one? Or would anyone like to read this one, I should say?
I'll read it.
Go for it.
A halber MS is Ganzerlin.
Go ahead.
Isn't he?
You want the English?
What's the English?
A half truth is a full lie.
Shkoya. So
Am I close?
you are. If you're any closer, you'd be on the other side. If you were any closer, you'd be
All right.
inside. So, all right.
Okay.
Not necessarily always lying, but can lead to lying of all these things. But a half truth is an entire
Okay.
lie. Go ahead. Would anyone like to read this one? A lot more going on here.
Okay.
Take it, Tati.
Yourself.
Der Emes schwimmt Arauf wie Bäume auf dem Wasser. We have schwimmen, we have Wasser, we have Bäume. Some great words.
Okay. The truth swims on top of, or something about a
Yeah.
log on the water. A roof on top of,
Over,
Above.
on, yeah.
above.
What did I write? Truth floats like
Oh.
oil over water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swims on top of, swims over. The truth
Another
cannot
close
ever
call.
be fully concealed. Everything comes out in the wash, as we say
Well,
in
oh,
Goyish.
shoot.
All right. I think we have a couple more of these. Oh, we don't. That was the
Oil.
last one.
Oil.
So, my question, let's go towards
We can forget
this story that sort of keeps the idea going of the truth here. So the name of the story is called Aleph Beis Gimel Dalid. I don't know how to translate that. A B G D. So it's in Jewish letters up here. Transliteration the best I could down here. And then the slide underneath should have the English. Oh, there we go. Zwei Schutzfim seinen gekommen zum Rabbi Meir Premla Shaner Satzal und gebeten, soll mispalel sein. Sollen Matzliah sein in Zernayim Mesecher. Hat der Rebbe genommen a Stück Papier und aufgeschrieben die Oisius Aleph Beis Gimel Dalid. Alles is klar? Everything is clear so far? Two partners went to Rabbi Meir Premelishlanner, Zatzal, blessed memory, to ask that he should pray for success of their new business. So the rabbi took a piece of paper and wrote down the letters Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalid. Is that the end of the story? No. Auf der Verwunderung von die Schutfin wegen der Bedeutung von die einzige Oisius hat sie der Rabbi erklärt, as der Pshat davon is, ob sie wollen handeln mit Emes, wird sein Brache. Und ob sie wollen schwindeln und bringen zu Gaslin, dann wird der Sof sein Dallas. So they are wondering about the significance, the meaning of the individual letters. So the rabbi explains to them the pshat, the simple meaning, the first take. And welcome Trudy's iPhone. welcome. Baruch habo. So he explains that if they will handeln, if they do business mit emes, with truth, there's the aleph, vet sein brache, then there will be blessings. There's the base. And if they schwindeln and bring into gazlin, but if they swindle and scam, gazlin is the gimel for thieving, then the sof, the result will be dalid, dalis. Then the result will be poverty. So just by remembering aleph, base, gimel, dalid, then they know emis, brocha, gazlin, dalis. Easy way to maybe keep yourself honest if you're going into business and you want the blessing of success. Questions, complaints? Anyone heard a version of this before? Heard a better version? So, as they say, honesty is the best policy. Oh, we did the truth, and we did a story with a moral. All right. What looks good, friends? What haven't we done yet that looks interesting? Something more interactive.
Yiddish language trivia.
Yiddish language trivia. All right. I'm hearing a request for Yiddish trivia. All right. So this isn't like, when is Moses' birthday or anything like that. This is about the Yiddish language. Sort of fun stuff for beginners. If you're in a Yiddish class, if you're doing dual Yiddish, Duolingo on your phone, this is either a good trivia or just fun thing to learn about. So I invite someone yell out a number between 1 and 25. In English or Yiddish.
10.
All right, let's go to... All right. Can anyone explain the difference between these two phrases? Ich will essen sushi and ich will essen sushi. Ich will, ich will.
Is one I want to and one I'm going to?
Keep talking.
One that you're gonna do it and I want to do it?
There you go. The first one, I want to eat sushi. The second one, I will or I'm gonna eat sushi. Future tense. Shkoya. Do you want to call out the next number?
3.
All right. Question 3. What do you say to someone when you hand them something in Yiddish? So the Jewish equivalent of here you go. Anyone know?
Take it. I don't know. Taka?
Take it. You're more on the take. You say na dear. Or not eich to more than
I
one
usually
person.
say gevek.
No, don't say no. Take it, take it, take it. Here you go. Don't go.
Just kidding.
So, this is the equivalent of here you go as you're handing something to someone. Nadir or natich to more than one. All right, Tati, call out the next number.
15.
All right, 15. What are some of the things that the word shoin can do? What do we have about this word shoin? Shoin vergessen? Everyone sort of, a lot of people know that joke. What does the word shoin mean out of the box?
Completely?
You're warm.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Now?
if I say kum shoin.
Already.
Already. And it can be a question like shoin already? Time to make the donuts. Shoin. Already. So this word can sort of do a couple interesting things. It can sort of show that little impatience, just like in English we say, do it already. Kum shoin. So another thing that it can do if you're learning Yiddish and you want to increase your vocabulary, something cool that shoin does, if you use it in the present tense, you get the idea of have been-ing. I don't know what to call that in English. The continuate present participle. So that like you are doing something and you have been doing something and you still are. So to say ich wohne in Chicago schon 30 Jahre is I've been living in Chicago for 30 years and I still do. As opposed to saying ich hab gewohnt in Chicago, I lived in Chicago 30 years and now I live in, Kentucky. So it's a good thing to have in your pocket if you're still learning Yiddish. This word shoin in the present tense anywhere in the sentence gives you have beening, and you still are. And last but not least, as we said, shoin, if you just say it in a question-y way, it means already, the disbelief. Come on, 3 a.m., time to go. Got to get ready for your flight. Shoin, and then it comes back shoin, already, affirmative. So it asks for so little, this little word shoin, and it can do so many. Another thing it does is confuse us in the beginning because it looks just like the word shane, which is beautiful. So a lot of us in the beginning when we're learning to read Jewish, shoin and shane always sort of, they trick the eyes. All right, let's pick another number at random and see just what we get. Oh. So we had this as a thing from earlier. Let's see if anyone remembers. What are the 3 different words for question in Yiddish?
Bragas. Cautious.
Yeah. And what was the third
I don't
one?
remember the third one.
2 out of 3. Anyone got
Shyla?
the Shilas? There you go.
Right.
Go team. Go team. I think in the language I'll just call Israeli, Shilas are all questions. All questions are just shilas. But they probably say sha'alot or something like that. But that's just their word for question. In Israeli, they're not making the distinction, at least in that way that I know. If there's anyone that speaks Israeli, let us know. But we have our general questions, our kashas, and our shilas. Go ahead. All right, let's do a couple more questions of trivia, then we'll go back to the menu. Here's a grammatical question, done in the form of true or false. You can say ich meg nicht to say what you're not allowed to do. Wow, that's not confusing. It's like an SAT question. So, ich meg nicht. What does it mean? What does it try to mean?
Does it mean must not?
Megan is not musen.
Oh, right. Megan.
Is
So
Megan mean? Is Megan mean? Mean to say? Kind of mean to
Megan
do?
is to be allowed to, or
Be
to be
allowed to.
permitted, or to may.
So I may not.
That's what this is trying to say.
Oh,
Can we do that in Jewish? With this?
Don't you say like ich kann nicht? I cannot. Ich nicht.
All right. This question is getting better and better. Kennen is can with the ability. I'm not able to. Megan, or kennen is ability, knowledge, know-how. In English, can is for everything. Megan is to be allowed to, or to may. And why this is false is that Megan can only be used positively. We can't say ich meg nicht to say I'm not allowed to. We have a separate verb dedicated just to not being allowed to do things. So kennen is in the same family of this word. These are modal verbs. But Megan is always going to be used positively. So you'll never see it with a nicht, with a nit.
So what's the opposite word?
Tornisht. Tornisht. Which sort of translates to dare not. Or you don't. In a very, casual
So
language.
that one you use knit or nist.
And that one is always negative. You can never say...
And using the negative word with it.
Right. Metornisht essen Speck. You better not eat bacon. Or you're not allowed to. You dare not. And you can say, ich meg. I'm allowed to. I'm not Jewish. But Megan is always going to be yes, and Tornisht is always going to be no. They never go the other way. In English, we just use can. I can do that. I could speak French. I could ride my bike with no hands. I don't know. But in Jewish, you can say ich ken Yiddish. I know Yiddish. Ich ken reden Yiddish. I'm able to speak Yiddish. I know to speak Yiddish. Questions, complaints? One more. And then we'll go to the menu. That's boring. That's even more boring. Nothing boring. Oh, name a few other Jewish languages. Anyone?
Ladino.
Ladino, Jewish, Spanish. Hebrew, Israeli. I like to call it Israeli. That should catch on. Judeo-French, Jewish English. Judeo-Greek. Anywhere Jews have been for more than
Aramaic.
Yeah, say it now.
Aramaic.
Aramaic, our favorite. Still holding on with the Kaddish. We love the Aramaic. All right, let's go back to the menu and see what adventures we can have here. Yiddish language trivia. All right. A few more things we can do. What looks good here? Interpret from Yiddish to English, another story, body part idiom match. What looks good?
Body part idiom match.
Sorry, we have to go now to a Shiva. Okay. Wow. Thanks for coming. All right, we're going to go to the body part idiom match. So the idea is there's an idiom based on a body part. I try to visually represent it as well. So pick a body part that you think goes with this idiom. Beigen means to bend. Beigen dem blank.
Back.
We want back. Let's look over to our Jewish choices. Kop, Rukin, Tsein, Tsung, Fuss, Ponim, Noz, Moil.
Rukin.
Rukin. There we go. Bacon dem Rukin. Bend the back. In English, we say things, I'm bending over backwards to get you your Cabbage Patch Kids or whatever. All right. Bending the back. Sorry. So now we cross off back. Rukin. Verdrehen dem blank Emetsen.
Which one's in?
Up.
Yeah, cope.
Hearing cup, head. Twisting someone's head. To confuse or bother someone. Don't twist my head or, bother me. tell me a bunch of. All right. That one came pretty quick to all of us. Legen die blank auf die Polizei. Laying your something on the shelf.
Same.
One more time.
Same.
Sane. There you go.
All right.
Put your teeth on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Skipping meals, going hungry.
Not there yet.
No. So
Right.
putting your teeth on the shelf. True to your teeth, and they won't be false to you. All right, we can cross off sane. Ziehen for der blank. What does ziehen mean? Sort of like to pull, to draw, to do this.
Oh, you sung.
Zung.
Sung.
Ziehen for der Zung. You ever talk to someone like this? Drawing out the tongue? You gotta. In English, this is what? Talking to them is like pulling teeth. I guess teeth is. I put them up on the shelf, so now back to pulling the tongue. All right. Couple body parts left. All right. Words that sound dirty in Jewish but are not. Es schitten sich Perl von blank. And schitten means to pour or to spray. Es schitten sich Perl von blank. What body part? If someone said something, I couldn't hear it.
Moil, mouth.
Moil von mouth. There you go. Pearls are coming from the mouth. Way to say speak eloquently. This reference also comes from somewhere in the Talmud, but I forget where. But to speak eloquently, like pearls pouring from your mouth. So now we're down to nose, face, and foot. All right. Verreißen die blank. To raise up the what?
Nose.
No, pani.
Nose.
Nose.
In this case, we are looking for nose.
But it's
There's
D.
there's
It says D. That's why I thought pani.
Ah.
That's
Interessant.
plural.
nose is female.
Feminine. The
Oh,
nose.
nose. Okay.
Turning up your nose. All right. Sein mit ein blank in Kever. What is a Kever?
Grave.
Take, nechon. Fuss. To be with one foot in the grave. All right. And last but not least, process of elimination. A krum ponim. Krum means crooked, diagonal, a crooked face. A krum ponim. So, lots of body parts I left out, but we will have to save them for I Want You Should March edition. questions, complaints, requests? So we will still have some activities left over for next month.
This was lots of fun.
Thank you. I agree. To give our learning a place to land, and speaking of Aramaic, which my mother mentioned, we have everyone's favorite refrain from Kaddish, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Hu'amei Almaya. Let the great name be blessed forever throughout eternity. Easy for you to say, Umein, Umein. Thank you for coming. It was a little Hamish, cozy group we had. We laughed, we cried, we learned. Excuse me. So, like always, these are free to attend. Your participation is valuable. If you want to make this expressed through a gift to Chicago Evo, you are invited to do so, but it is not required. Just tell your friends. Come again. We will be doing this the end of the last Sunday of March. So everyone should hopefully get an email or check the website.
Avi, there wasn't an email that came, at least I didn't get it this past month. So maybe that's why there was less people. I
I
had to
don't
go
get
to the
them either.
website. Yeah,
Well,
so I
that-
got one in
emails
January,
either.
but it doesn't look like they mailed them for this month.
Oh. Well, I guess that's on me to remind Annie to send an email.
But like the events, not just your email, but like they normally send like a thing that has the events for the month. And there wasn't
was
one
my-
that came out.
Oh, I thought there would have been with mine on it.
There usually is, but that didn't come. At least I didn't get it. So I just wanted you to know. I just went to the events just now to find because I didn't have the login for today.
Oh, I sort of thought that there was going to be another week in February, but that didn't happen. I thought that, I realized how short of a month February is, and I didn't get to advertise or get the word out as much as I could have.
Yeah,
But-
no, I don't know that it was you, but I think there's one that comes from Yivo each month.
So, but God willing, for next month I'll have more sense and send out an email for everyone, and we'll get, God willing, 3 times as many people like there usually is.
But it was good. We were happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for all your questions and your participation. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for filling out the room a little bit. And I will see you all, God willing, in March.
Shanam Donk.
Shane and Don.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Good
Bye.
job.
I'll see you later.
Thank
Bye.
you.